hear me? Hey, can I get a little more microphone? They said they can't hear me. Good morning, everybody. Everybody smile at me. Come on, get up on your feet if you will. Maybe allow your body to move. Maybe stretch just a little bit. Look across the room and send somebody a smile. As we get into our service today, we welcome everybody online. Let's come together, put our hands together, come on. And we're going to let Spirit lead today, just like every other day. Oh, yeah. Are you ready for a fantastic Sunday, anybody? Come on, let me hear you. I said, are you ready for a fantastic Sunday? All right, come on, let's do it, y'all.
We when it's time to control our day. We miss so much beauty along the way. Being present, we see the wonders of God. Being loved, we give and receive our love. We need to let go, let go, let go. Let go, let Spirit lead. We need to let go, let go, let go. Let go, let Spirit lead. Let Spirit lead.
Come on, put those hands together, somebody. Yeah, sing it now.
We must shine our light for the world to see. One love is all we need.
Come on, sing, let go.
We need to let go, let go, let go. Let go, let Spirit lead. We need to let go, let go, let go. Let go, let Spirit lead. Let Spirit lead. We are one in the Spirit of God. Divine beings, we are. We need to let go, let go, let go. Let go, let Spirit lead. We need to let go, let go, let go. Let go, let Spirit lead. Let Spirit lead.
Come on, band, take it away now. Here we go. Let's hear it from Mitch on the bass guitar, y'all. Come on in. Yeah, let's hear it. Jeff on the drums, guys.
Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let Spirit lead. We need to let go, let go, let go. Let go, let Spirit lead. Let Spirit lead. Let Spirit lead. Let Spirit
Come on. Yeah. We offer up an offering of praise in this house today, lifting up that divine presence on the inside.
We give praise to our God. We give praise to our God.
Yeah. As you're seated, look at somebody and say, oh man, you are amazing. You are beautiful. You are fantastic. You're intelligent. You're creative. You are powerful. I see God in you. I call you blessed, highly favored, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I see all kinds of good. I see all kinds of good coming your way. Now touch and agree, high five somebody, hug somebody's neck, tell them you're glad to see them at First Unity Spiritual Campus. Those who are joining us around the world, we thank you for being here today. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, if you don't mind, in our local group here, let's welcome our live streamers from around the world. All over the world. We welcome you. You may not be here in person, but we recognize your person. And we see you as the beautiful, magnificent emanation and manifestation of the presence of God. Everyone here is that as well. In this place, hear me if you don't hear anything else today, in this place, you don't have to fit in, you already belong. Here, you're not tolerated, you're celebrated. Can I get a witness from somebody? Because y'all all know you've gone to that party before, or you've gone to that church or temple or synagogue before, and you just knew people were tolerating you. No. Here you're not tolerated, you're celebrated. If you have not done so already, if you will silence your phones. Also, I want to welcome those online who are here for the first time online. And if you don't mind just typing into the comments where you're watching from, we'd love to know that. It would be really cool to know that. Those of you who are with us for the very first time today, please do not leave here without your gift. We have a gift that has been specially pulled together for you, has all kinds of wonderful positive energy in it. And we ask you as you exit the sanctuary, if you'll exit and take a left, go to our registration desk and welcome desk there, and you'll have a gift waiting for you. Just let them know that you're here for the first time, okay? And we'd love to share that gift with you. Also, there you go. How many of you are excited about Spirit Expressing this year? Man, look, I don't know that I've been any more excited, and this is only going to be the third one for Carrie and I since we've been here. I don't know that I've been any more excited than I am this year for our Spirit Expressing book group. And I'm excited because I have a personal favorite of mine is Dr. Wayne Dyer, and we're going to be studying Dr. Dyer's book, The Power of Awakening. This writing actually is a compilation of writings that he never did publish, okay? So the group at his publishing company pulled these writings together, things he had been writing. They pulled them together and they created this book, okay? So this Power of Awakening was not published before he transitioned. So you're going to see some new material in here coming from Dr. Dyer. It's fantastic. I think you'll enjoy that. If you've not signed up for a class yet, consider doing that today. You can do that also out at the welcome desk. And we have asked our facilitators for these different groups, we've asked the facilitators, if they will, to be available in the social hall following the service next week so that you get a chance to meet your facilitator, unless it's Patricia Leffler, who's in Nashville, and we didn't make her drive all the way down here. She's going to be hosting one online. But we told Patricia, we said, we're going to let you off the hook. But if those that are in Tennessee, anywhere in the world really, that want to join virtually, we do have 2 virtual groups for this book study, so consider being a part of that. Hey, how many of you are going on a date with me next Friday? With Carrie's permission, I'm signing people up. No, next Friday is our Vision Cast, August the 23rd, and we're going to be right here in this space. I ask you to please give me about an hour and 15 minutes of your time next Friday. I really want to share with you the beautiful vision that has just been unfolding for really about the last year or so, and we've started to put a lot of measurables in place, quantifiables, so that we can really put a strong vision in place and have a goal to shoot toward, okay? I'd like for you to please be here so that you can see that we're not just wanting to be another church that does services on Sundays and Wednesdays or Thursdays, does a few classes sprinkled throughout the year, a few events.
We are here to effect change, not just on Tampa Bay, but on the world. We have a huge dharma to fulfill, and I'm asking you, if you consider this place your spiritual home, to consider being here and give us just a little bit of your time next Friday so we can cast that vision. Also, hey, listen, about 2009, Bishop D.E. Paulk and I formed a group called the Communion of Christ Consciousness, and what we were trying to do was we were trying to offer opportunity for ministers and for people around the world who had been either excluded from their churches or they were just feeling a call away from fundamentalist type of really strict religious beliefs. And we saw ministers who were actually literally having their credentials taken because they were being considered not so orthodox or heretics or false prophets. Well, we formed that group in 2009. It's 15 years old this year. And when Bishop Pearson passed away, because this organization had just kind of floundered throughout the years. It was there, but not really doing much. And D.E. and I were both busy with different things. When Bishop Pearson transitioned, D.E. and I both felt within about 48 hours of his transition, we both felt him say from the other side, you got to gear this back up. So as soon as we did, within 60 days, we had to change the name to the International Communion of Expanding Consciousness, because now we have Nigeria, Brazil, Mexico, Canada, the UK, Prague. We have people also from Japan who are joining in. So the ICEC is the organization that has decided to have Inclusion 2024 conference in Atlanta. You're all invited to it. It's not just for people who are ordained, although we're gearing some of that messaging this year toward them, and we now have almost 100 people already registered, including about 50% of those folks registered from outside the United States coming in October. But you're invited as well to come be a part of it. And our theme this year is Shift Happens, but you don't have to lose your shirt. We're trying to help ministers understand you can be inclusive and survive and thrive. But we invite you to consider being a part of that. And if you want more information, you can click on the QR code, or you can also sign up out at the desk, all right? I think that was all I needed to share today, so I'm going to get out of the way and invite my wife to share announcements with you.
Good morning, beautiful First Unity family. Carrie Bell Scott here, and I'm bringing you your campus news. Join us every Thursday evening for meditation with Reiki at 6 p.m. here in the sanctuary. Spirit Expressing 2024 will begin on September 8th. This year, we are reading the book, The Power of Awakening by Dr. Wayne Dyer. We have several group hosts. Please see Ronnie to sign up for the one that you prefer. We have a good variety of in-person and Zoom groups being offered. You can purchase the book for $20 each. The workbook PDF online is free if you'd prefer to print it yourself. However, we are selling the colored copies here for $5 each. Just a friendly reminder to only bring bottled or contained water with a lid in the sanctuary. Reverend John invites you to join him and other New Thought leaders around the world for 100 days of mindful practice. If you would like to join this movement, go to myelectionintention.com. You will receive a daily phone call with a short inspirational message. Mark your calendars now for Vision Cast 2024. On Friday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. here in the sanctuary, Reverend John will share our exciting vision for the present and future of our great community. Reverend John invites you to Inclusion 2024. This conference is held in Atlanta, Georgia on October 3rd through October 6th. For more information and to register, visit myicec.com. Join us today after service in Fellowship Hall for lunch. Everyone is welcome. Donations are appreciated. Make sure you stay up to date with all campus happenings by visiting firstunity.org. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.
soul. I have love in my soul. Though trials come and go, I have love in my soul. All I need is in my soul. All I need is in my soul. Though trials come and go, I have peace, I have joy, I have love in my soul.
Reverend Aileen is normally the one who leads us into our sacred centering, but she got a chance to go back home to Ireland, and so she is in Ireland for a couple of weeks. We send her our love. We're grateful she got a chance to go across the big lake. I'll invite you, if you will, to take a moment, consider gently closing your eyes. Allowing yourself to come into a focus on your breathing, breathing in, breathing out, allowing yourself now to just become comfortable. Bring yourself into the awareness that there's nowhere to be, there's nothing to do, there's no one to be in particular. Simply to be here now. With your eyes gently closed, allow yourself to become aware of the surface beneath you and the support it gives. Be grateful. Feel the connection. If your feet are touching the ground, allow yourself to be grateful for the connection now, the support. Maybe allow the shoulders to simply relax. Notice if you're holding any tension in the neck or the shoulders, in the forehead. And just allow every part of your body to be relaxed here now. I'll invite us now into a series of a few deep breaths. We'll breathe in through the nose about 4 seconds, and then release that breath with a sigh, preparing for that first breath together. Breathe in. And exhale. And that second breath together, breathe in. And exhale. And how about another deep breath together? Breathe in. And exhale. As you're here now in this present moment, completely relaxed, you may notice that thoughts come. But notice that they also go. As a thought arises, just remind yourself that I am not the thoughts. If there's an emotion felt with the thought, remind yourself that I am not the emotions. If the thought, emotion, and feeling together cause a charge, willingly release it with this mantra: I am not my thoughts. I am not my feelings. I am not my emotions. I'm simply the observer. And I watch thoughts, feelings, and emotions come and go. Just like a feather in a stream. It comes and it goes. Continue with the breath. Empty, empty, empty. Right here and right now, in this beautiful present moment, this gift. I have no to-do list, no role to play, nothing to produce, nothing to become, nothing to create. Just here in this beautiful, loving moment. Observing all of the happenings without having to engage them. Can you see your thoughts like children playing on the playground? Just watch them as they move about. And you can even enjoy the chatter without being carried away by it. Just observe. And remind yourself here and now that everything I am looking for, I find in the place from where I'm looking. Everything I'm looking for, I find in the place from where I'm looking. I have joy in my soul. I have peace in my soul. I have love in my soul. All I need in my soul. I invite you to sit quietly in this peaceful awareness without the direction of my voice for just a few moments together. And now I'll invite you into a series of 3 deep breaths. We'll breathe in through the nose about 4 seconds, and then we'll release that breath about 8 seconds. So breathing in 4, breathing out 8. Preparing for that first breath together. Breathe in. And breathe out. And that second breath together. Breathe in. And breathe out. And that third breath together. Breathe in. And breathe out. And I'll invite us into one final breath together. And on the out breath, release it with the Om together. Breathe in. And how about one more together? Breathe in. And I'll ask you to begin to maybe shift in the seat beneath you or lying down wherever you may be, whatever the position may be, and maybe begin to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Maybe stretch a little bit. Allow yourself to come fully back into this space together. Open your eyes when you feel comfortable doing so. Yawn, smile, stretch. Rub your eyes if you need to. I will warn you that yawning is contagious. Allow yourself to smile in just a moment. Look around this room at all of the beauty in this space. Look at all these other divine beings seated here with you now. Isn't it lovely? Nick, thank you. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Always enjoy Nick's accompaniment in these meditations. So wonderful. Gosh, you guys are gorgeous. Like really, we should just take a photo. I mean, we could go to GQ magazine with us right now, or Cosmo or something, whatever. I don't know whatever his magazines are. I am so honored to be a part of this community. You know, I am reminded every single day that one of the best, so there's fantastic decisions that I've made in my life. I mean, one of those fantastic decisions was marrying Carrie Bell Scott. Another one of those fantastic decisions was listening to her when Richard called and said, "Do you want to live at the beach?" That was his opening line. And I've told you this before, I was kind of like, I could live anywhere, beach, mountains, desert, it doesn't matter. I really am just at a place in my life, had come to a place in my life where I was saying yes to the universe and just allowing myself to just love and to be love and to grow and expand spiritually. And my wife is the same way, but she's very partial to the beach. So when I relayed to her that conversation, she said yes. And so we answered the call and said yes. So to me, one of my second favorite decisions that I have made, especially in the last 20 years of my life, was to come here. And I remind myself of that every day. I mean, it was really, and obviously you made the decision voting, but I mean, just to even answer the call, I'm very grateful for that every single day. We remind ourselves. As we drive through the area, we remind ourselves, we live in paradise. We should really be appreciative of that. We really should. I know sometimes it's so hot it makes the devil jealous, but if you believe in that sort of thing. I told somebody the other day, they asked me how I was doing, and I said, I'm doing great. I said, it's so hot here the devil won't even visit. It's so... No, but we have enjoyed being here and expanding, further expansion. I want to share with you something that, and I got to tell you, this has really kind of become a normal thing for me. I tend these days to write for about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours every day. That's been happening since Easter. It's like stuff, it just starts to come and it flows. And I don't know if this is journaling for me. I don't know if it's channeling for me. I don't know if it turns into a book. It doesn't even matter to me at this point. And then I'll read it back to myself and go, wow, that's pretty good. I don't know. But it's not me doing it, right? I kind of realized that. I remember hearing Wayne Dyer talk about that years ago, how he just sit down to write. I mean, he walked in and told his children, he said, look, your dad's done. I'm retiring. I'm through writing. I think I'm just going to enjoy swimming and jogging and just enjoy life and living and watching you have children and just loving you. And that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. So I'm just announcing it to you that I am not going to be an author anymore or really travel around and speak. I'm just going to retire. I'm getting a little feedback up here. I don't know if that's... And it sounds like we're still alming, actually. He said, I'm not going to do that. And the very next day started writing a book. So I feel like really that sometimes it just takes over and channeling. And so earlier in this week, I was like, I'm not sure what I want to talk about. And when we had our staff meeting on Thursday, Ray was like, have any ideas what you're going to do for this weekend? I said, well, not really. I'm kind of like 3 or 4 different places with it. And I said, we might just do a question and answer kind of a thing. I don't know. And then it came further on toward the weekend. And Carrie's like, well, do you have any idea? I'm like, no, I just am flowing. I'm just in a flow zone right now. If I had the pressure of a series, it would be different. Although these series lately have not been pressuring. But hey, guess what? You know what always comes up for me? It doesn't matter what day of the week it is or what time of year it is. You know what my favorite subject is? Anybody guess? How did you guess? I really feel like I'm almost sort of, in some ways, channeling Leo Buscaglia sometimes. I feel like I'm sort of a modern day Leo, because he was known as the love doctor. And that's exactly what I feel drawn to all of the time. But this happened a little different for me, right? So I want you to come along today. I'm not promising you anything new or like groundbreaking or some kind of like earth-shattering situation. But I will tell you this. I felt a deeper connection with love than I've ever felt before over this last couple of days. I can't even tell you why. If I was going to title this today, and I have, I would title this Love, the Most Natural Resource. Love, the most natural resource. And here's how it came up to me. I wrote it down like this, so maybe this will explain where my head was and my heart was. This was the line that I saw come across the screen of my mind. Love is a lot like the air we breathe. It is essential to our lives. It surrounds us all day, every day. Love, like air, is everywhere. And as I started thinking on love being like the breath we breathe, I got to thinking, if it's like the breath we breathe, so many times we don't deeply appreciate it unless it's gone. Anybody who's ever had asthma will understand what I'm talking about, that when you don't have the breath, you have a deeper appreciation than folks who have never dealt with asthma or pneumonia. If you've ever had pneumonia and your breath is taken. I remember as a kid falling down one time and got the air knocked out of me. Have you ever had that happen to you? Got the air knocked? Boy, you start going, struggling for air. When somebody is strangling, what are they doing? They're struggling for air. You know what our earth is doing right now? You know what the systems of our world is doing right now? Asking for air, a breath of fresh air. We've gone through a whole space of time, and I won't call it an era, I'll call it an error. We've gone through a whole era of time where we've been taught essentially that love is weak. I remember when I first started preaching love, the way that I started preaching love about 20 years ago, I remember having multiple people say to me, that love stuff, that's not enough. You got to preach the whole counsel of God. God is a God of judgment too. God is a God of justice too. And I thought to myself, man, especially the pastor who said this to me, he said, if you don't preach the whole counsel of God, then you're not doing God's work. And my response to him was, when you get the entire counsel of God, please let me know. But the point is that when they said love wasn't enough, Vicki, I was like, excuse me, what do you mean love isn't enough? Especially if you're going to put some Bible on it, because the Bible says in 1 John 4:8 that God is love. Therefore, love is God. And I ask you this question seriously. I want you to really focus in today. I know I've talked about love a lot. I don't want you to glaze over here. Don't become Krispy Kreme right now. I really need you to be with me on this. Love is the most important resource any of us have. There is nothing greater. There's no song greater. There is no theology greater. None of the sacred writings that we have read throughout history are worth giving up love. And I'll tell you this, if your theological belief, your religious belief leads you to be a jerk, it's the wrong religious belief. If it leads you away from love and toward hatred, it is the wrong religious belief. It is the antithesis of God if it doesn't teach you to be more loving. But here's my challenge for this group. My challenge for this group is to realize how essential love is. And to realize that it is to be shared, given, and received with everybody we come in contact with. And that it is our duty. It is our calling. It is our response and our responsibility to the way life is, to show up intentionally as love. And I'm talking about be intentional. We can resuscitate and we can help this planet breathe if we will infuse the breath of love. It is the most essential and important ingredient that we all have. And I'm talking about sharing it like a super spreader. I mean, in fact, I'm asking you before you leave your homes every single day to just take a deep breath in and say to yourself, today I intend to spread love like a virus. You say that's negative. No. You know how a virus spreads. It's contagious. You don't have to say anything to anyone. You pass it along through the particles that are in the air. And I'm talking about before you leave the house, make a determination that today I'm going to raise the vibration of love everywhere I go and to everyone I come in contact with. If I don't do anything else today, if I don't produce anything at work, if I don't make a commission, if I don't do anything smart or intelligent, today I'm determined to raise the vibration of love. I'm determined to spread it because it's the most important thing the world needs. You need it. We need it. The world needs it. What are we waiting for? The greatest, highest, enlightening vibrational frequency you can operate out is agape love, unconditional love. And it's something that we should spread to everyone we come in contact with intentionally. I'm asking us to make it a habit. Before a word leaves your mouth, ask yourself, is this spreading love? Before an action comes from you, is this spreading love? And am I willing to filter my whole life through love? You see, when we say the word love, sometimes with some folks we check out, we glaze over, again, Krispy Kreme moments. Because maybe somebody told you they loved you and then they mistreated you. Maybe people have said love out of one side of their mouth and they've acted hateful out of the other. It is interesting to see people try to align hate with Jesus these days. It's actually malpractice of spiritual principle. Yeah. But I've decided to dedicate every single moment that I can think of intentionally, every single moment, to intentionally loving. And anything in me that's not love, I want to let the power of love transmute it into love. Love can transmute hatred. Love can transmute anxiety. Love can bring about peace. I mean, listen, even Mother Teresa said that peace begins with a smile. And a smile is an activity of love and compassion. The Dalai Lama said, love and compassion are not luxuries. They are a necessity. And without love and compassion, the human race will not survive. We're seeing love choked down right now because some people are afraid to do it. They think it makes you weak. Let me tell you something. Love may cost you dearly because there's some people that don't make it easy. I know there's none of y'all ever met them, but some folks make it a challenge. See, y'all just got a vision of somebody in your head you're supposed to practice on this next week. And I'm talking about, listen, even if you're not in contact with people out in public tomorrow, today, I'm talking about being intentional about it. Absolutely set aside time to send a text that's loving, to make a phone call that's loving, to put a post online that's loving. Be intentional about your love. Be intentional about compassion. Because when hate gets loud, love needs to get louder. And it's loud right now. And I'll tell you something, I am so excited because you can see a shifting of the tide. The divine has been very involved in what's going on in our world right now. We're seeing that tide shift. Is there anybody else excited about it? I'm talking about a tidal wave that's on its way, not to drown people, but to replace the energy of division, replace the energy of hatred, to replace the energy of racism and bigotry and all of the other isms. It's already here, my friends. What we've been praying for, what we've been affirming, what we've been prophesying into the world, what we've been calling forth is already right before our eyes. What is wrong with us? Let's wake up and celebrate this moment. Let's celebrate this moment. This is what we've been waiting for, what we've been calling for, what we've been meditating for. My friends, it's happening right before our eyes, and I'm wondering why we don't have streamers and party favors. We should be celebrating it loudly. We're so quiet about it. I guess it's because you're afraid you'll be a Metacostal. When I got to thinking about love being the most important resource that we have, I got to looking into symbols of love. And you know what the biggest symbol of love is? I found this in a study. A symbol of love is a smile. And do you know a smile is sign language for love? Think about it just a moment. See, if you can't walk up to somebody at the market and tell them you love them, you can smile at them. And it's contagious. Watch. You couldn't help it, could you? See? See what? Watch. Hey, how you doing? You can't help it. Now, there's some people, it takes a moment. It has to move through layers to get there. But a smile is contagious, and a smile, just that move on the mouth, causes, according to science, endorphins for healing to flow into the bloodstream. It literally upgrades your mood. So if you don't have time at a market to say you love somebody, to walk up to them and speak to them, at least smile at them, because you've sent the vibrational frequency of love. And guess what? Not only did it release endorphins into your own body to bring healing to you, but it also caused them to have to go to a happy place in their own mind, and that released healing in their life. Isn't that powerful? Man. Listen, I got drug. I have a real drug problem right now. I do. I'm getting drugged to every amusement park in the world. And just this, kind of like church when I was a kid. That was the worst drug problem there. Every time they could get me in church. I still got whiplash sometimes. My wife drugged me to Busch Gardens this last week. I know it's shocking to all of you. We had a few hours of a break in a day, and she was like filling that few hours with something to do. No, it was really important because this is extremely important. They were giving away free feedings for the birds in the bird sanctuary, so we just had to go. We couldn't miss that. We'd be crazy to miss that. This is leading somewhere, I promise. There's a little substance, I guess it's sugar, water, and nutrients or something, and you go in to this little bird sanctuary, and they land on you, and these things just really have a blast. They love it. It's kind of like beer for them. Anyway, I had this one bird that landed on me, and it was licking the stuff out of the little cup, and then it was licking my finger, and I finally realized it wanted salt and sweet. It was getting the sweat on my, it's getting the sweat. I was like, that's a smart little bird there. You just get a combo of taste here. I like it. Anyway, so we went there, but before we got into the bird sanctuary, you had to go into the park first. You show them your ticket. You go over to the guest services, and you go to the guest services so that you can get your just a little readout thing or something, so that when you go into the bird sanctuary, you show it to them that you're there to feed the birds, and then they give you the stuff, okay? Because normally they charge for it. It's interesting how inflation works. When we first started going to Busch Gardens, it was $5 for the little thing. It's $10 now. I don't know how. I don't know, maybe they went up on sugar. That's not very sweet. Anyway, we went to this guest services line on purpose because it was a short line. Short line. Only to find out there was a short line because the other 14 people were over somewhere else letting one mama do it all. So she had all 14 passes to swipe and to add things to. So we're standing by. She is so stressed out. She turns around to us. She goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry that you're having to wait for me, folks. I'm trying to testify to you what love can do." We took a deep breath. I said, "Take a deep breath. We got nowhere to be. We're supposed to be right here with you right now. You're fine." So she turns around and she continues to go. It took, I don't know, 20 minutes standing there in the sun. And she must have apologized a half a dozen times till finally, before we left the situation, we were family. We were about to have lunch together, go on rides together. I was taking her kids to Iron Gwazi, and I didn't even ask to be like Uncle John. My point is though, instead of us getting freaked out or impatient, smile. Tell them it's okay. It's all love. And I remember repeating that to them. It's all love. And if they don't experience anything else the rest of their life, I wanted them to know from one other human being who didn't even know them that it's all love. And as we stood there with them, she got more and more calm. I'm not saying we did that, but I'm saying because we were in general proximity, decided not to lose our cool, not be worried about rushing the day. The birds weren't going anywhere. They were in the sanctuary. We were able to bring that moment into a loving awareness. It's amazing what you can do with a smile. It's amazing what you can do with just a kind word. It's amazing what you can do when you just take a deep breath, recognize their stress in the moment, and instead of adding fuel to the fire, you bring water to the party and you put the fire out. That's the power you have. But what about those who challenge you the most? Oh, yes. Glad you asked. Those are the ones where you need to uptick love even more. And let me tell you something. You can't run out. I'm going to come over here to you guys. You can't run out of love. And you know what? There's no inflation on love. It's not going up in cost. It's not more expensive. You're not going to have a supply chain issue with love because it is the source force that everything emanates and manifests from. And you have an endless supply coming to you and flowing through you. And let me tell you, just like breath, if you don't release it, it will be taken from you. Because if you hold your breath, nature will take its course. It'll put you to sleep, and it'll exit from your lungs without you having control. Isn't that powerful? But you know what's even more powerful? When you do it on purpose. When you do it on purpose. Speaking of Leo Buscaglia, he said this. Love is always bestowed as a gift, freely, willingly, and without expectation. I like this, my favorite part. But we don't love to be loved. We love simply to love. Let me say that one more time. We don't love to be loved. We love simply to love. Can you imagine, listen, living your life, all of your arguments with your partner would come to a magical conclusion if you would literally let love take over. When you get over needing to be right, I gave up on that a long time ago. When you lose the need to be right and you simply move toward love, not only will it not cause you to be bitter, you will literally not care about the stuff you used to fight about. All of the pettiness starts to go away because you realize ultimately it doesn't really matter. No, my ego gets engaged and I want to drive to the restaurant that way. But you want to go the other way? How dare you? I'm the one who's right here. You get to the place where you don't fight over the remote control anymore because you don't care to control anything remotely or locally. It doesn't matter. You just lose it because if you get lost in love and love becomes the factor of your life, you begin to live in less stress and more peace. Listen, the most important ingredient for unity is love. The most important ingredient for harmony is love. The most important ingredient for joy is love. You're not going to find peace apart from love because love is our most natural resource. So in closing, I was wondering, Reverend Carolyn, thank you for cueing the choir. Number one, love is essential to our existence, just like air is. We're not going to live without this element. We'll go extinct without it. Again, this is why the Dalai Lama said it's a necessity, not a luxury. Number two, love surrounds us. It's all around us already. And it's supposed to be shared with those we encounter. Some of the most hateful things I hear being said right now are being said in the name of God. And it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing how people can align Jesus and God or even the Bible with hateful, exclusive beliefs. I'm going to say this and it not be very popular with some people, but Christian nationalism is nothing more than extremist religion. And it's literally no different than extremist Islam. And this could get me fired. Not from here, probably, just by some people. And I didn't want to. Most of the time, the people who fire you from their life weren't giving you a paycheck anyway. We're making you work extra hard. Jesus was not a Christian. Jesus was not Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, Catholic, Assembly of God, Church of God. You name the denomination, Jesus was not a part of that. Jesus didn't start Christianity. Jesus was not a Republican. Jesus was not a Democrat. Jesus didn't wrap himself. You would not see Jesus wrapped in an American flag, telling you to be patriotic to your country. Jesus would have told you to be nothing but patriotic to love. Because even Jesus said to love your enemies and to do good to those who oppress you, pray for those who curse you, and bless those who curse you. That's the Jesus that I know. It's the Jesus that the Bible teaches. Buddha was not a Buddhist. He was a Hindu. Muhammad was not a Muslim. Muhammad claimed to be a follower of Jesus. Direct information from the Maqdid. None of these great ministers throughout time did anything to separate humanity. It was the other humans who wanted to be in and keep people out who formed a religion. Not God. God is not a Christian. God is not an American. Jesus is not an American. Sorry, Americans. You don't have a monopoly on God. And some of you may be saying, why are you approaching this? Because there's this convolution right now that God's on one side rather than another. We live on a ball. There are no sides. And if there were sides, God wouldn't be on this side and not on that side. God is the God of all creation, the source of everything that lives. God loves everybody on this planet, including the people you don't like. God loves us all because God is love. God would not be voting your way or someone else's way. God doesn't have to vote. God is the omnipotent, all-knowing, all-present, everywhere, all the time, the existence that existed before time and before political party did. God doesn't need our politics, but our politics sure needs God. I had to get that out. Love surrounds us. Number 3, love is a natural part of our humanity. And it should be expressed. Not can be, should be expressed. The greatest thing we can do is express love to others. Number 4, please avoid confining love to just one individual. I understand that there are people in your life. Listen, my wife and my children, they get my attention first. They get the majority of my energy. Even before my church. Years ago, that wasn't the case. Years ago, I was married to the ministry. I found out what that can do to a marriage. So that's not the case anymore. I love First Unity Spiritual Campus. It is my number one priority after my wife and my children. But I'm telling you this. Your love doesn't need to just be shared with your partner, your husband, your wife, your children. Your love needs to be spread around to your neighbors. Spread around to those you come in contact with at the store, in traffic. Oh. Spread the love to that one driving that Tesla right up your tailpipe. Spread the love to them. I want a pop-up sign that says, I love you anyway. I love you anyway. And it's going to give sign language. I know what you were thinking. No. It's I love you. American Sign Language. Okay. Avoid confining it to just one or two people. Spread it around because you have plenty. Somebody say, I have plenty of love to share. I ain't gonna run out. Number 5. Love actually does. Love should nurture connections and spread positivity in our lives and in the lives of those we come in contact with. Love raises the vibrational frequency everywhere we go. That's one of the reasons I want to be a super spreader of love. And lastly, thank you, Jesus. Lastly, like our heart, please check this out. Like our heart beats continuously, love should be a constant presence. There's something that happens in the recording industry. I've been in and around music all of my life. I don't ever remember not playing some kind of an instrument or singing. I've told you I came out of the womb singing in the key of wah. So it's been a part of my life for a long time. But a few years ago, I had the opportunity to start recording in studios. And if I asked you in this space, in here, how many of you know what the one of the most important instruments is to recording any musical track? Some would say drums. Others would say, but you know what just about that for the last 30 years or so, maybe longer, the most important instrument in recording a music track is the click. Believe it or not. Here's why. If you set a beat in place and it's recorded, everybody plays to that cadence. Everybody. And if you get all of the music down in one single swipe through, in other words, you have a big enough studio room where you can put the entire band on the studio floor at once. You have piano, you got drums, you got bass, you got electric guitars. As long as the instruments don't need microphones. If they do, they put them in an ISO booth, and they have glass on the ISO booth so they can see each other, and they can, in cadence, record a song. But if they have a click track, what we call a click track, a metronome, once they're done playing, that click track is recorded. So that, let's just say your fiddle player, violin, whatever you want to call it, I'm from Georgia. Your violin player is in Bangladesh, and you want them to record to the music. They need that click so that they stay in cadence with the rest of the music. Because the most important foundational thing for that song to go off well in production is to have a metronome, a click track. You following me? When you make love the cadence of your life, you find that other instruments can be played to the beat of your life. So you invite not only the most beautiful song of love that you can play yourself, but you invite everyone else that comes in proximity to you to play to the same beat. And they don't sound the same. Oh, no. See, we're not supposed to sound the same. We're supposed to sound together. That's what harmony is. You don't sound the same. There's different voices. But if everybody's singing love, 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 let's just say we all getting going like that. Love, come on, help me. Love, love. Keep on singing it, just like that. We're singing to the beat. Love, love. Go ahead, choir. Y'all sound wonderful. Keep on singing that. This is what we would call an overdub. Love, 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 yeah, love. But because I have the click of love, I'm moving to the cadence of love, we can add other instruments. Somebody might say, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. But they're in cadence. Why? Because of the click track. So when you move your life to the cadence of love, you start inviting the birds to sing along because you're all in the same beat, and you build a structure in your life. It becomes the beat. Just like the heart beats. Come on, love, love. Then it begins to build. Come on, let me hear you say it. Love, yeah. As First Unity sings this song in the same beat to the beat of love, we start inviting the neighborhood to sing the same song. Before you know it, we got Tampa Bay singing the song. Whoa, yeah, yeah, love, love. Then the next thing you know, we've moved out into the state of Georgia. We got Georgia singing love. Then it moves to Alabama, believe it or not. Love, love. All of a sudden, the Carolinas are singing along. And then before you know it, Mississippi, come on now. Louisiana, come on now. Virginia, Tennessee. They all begin to sing along, even Kentucky, love. But because we set the beat to the set of love. This is our cadence. This is our tempo. We're inviting the whole world into this song. Love, love, love. Yeah, I'm singing about love, love. That's the beat. I'm asking us all to invite this world into a song of love that's undeniable, to set a new tone. Stop listening to the chaos of a different beat. Stop worrying about whatever they're playing. This says hatred and exclusion. I'm asking us to call this thing up higher. And in the midst of all of the noise, all of a sudden you'll hear the rumble of love, love, And the more it rises, the more it begins to drown out the hatred. It begins to clarify all of the muddy spaces. It begins to call forth the high vibration, which is God. God is love. Love is God. And love is the most powerful and important natural resource. My friends, let love be loud. Love. Love, sweet love. Love heals, love reveals. Love brings us into the greatest space of our existence. And I invite us into that. Let's don't commit to being sound doctrine. Let's don't commit to being some big church. Let's commit to the most important thing, and that is love. Sweet love. Holy Spirit, blessed presence, source and force from which everything comes to be. Renew us, restore us, reform us, so that we can, if nothing else, do nothing but love. If we get that right, nothing else will matter. It'll all fall in place. Love is our core value. Love is the ultimate truth. Teach us to love the way you do. In the name and the nature of the indwelling presence, we pray. And so it is. If you will, say with me, love is who I am. Gratitude is my attitude. Abundance is my nature. Well-being is my birthright. Just a little louder. Love is who I am. Gratitude is my attitude. Abundance is my nature. Well-being is my birthright. And if you believe that's true, put some shout on it right there. Put some shout on it. Woo! Lord. All right, we're going to put our money where the mouth is, right here. This is time for our generosity practice around here and our abundance practice. If we believe that abundance is our nature, it makes it easier for us to give. Let me tell you something. I can tell you this, wherever I have lived love, I've always, when I love something or someone, I give. Anybody else? I love this place and I love this vision, and I believe that when we do that, we set in place the energy of welcoming the abundance. So the ways to give are on the screen. Text GIVE to 833-691-6105. You can go to our First Unity app and tap on the yellow heart, tap GIVE. You can go to firstunity.org/give, and in that space you can register to give automatically each month. Also, we have other ways to give. That's to mail in your check. Mail your check to the P.O. Box, though. It's a little less confusing if it comes to the P.O. Box. Also, our Cash App, I believe that has changed. What does that change to, just so I can... First Unity SC. So it's $ First Unity SC. That's what it changed to this last week. First Unity S as in Sam, spiritual. C, Spiritual Campus. So Unity, First Unity, SC, First Unity Spiritual Campus on the Cash App. Also, you can use the QR code. That's an easy way to use the digital. And I think that was it. Is that it? All right. I'm going to ask you, if you will, to stand for our abundance prayer. Let's share that abundance prayer together today, affirming it strongly. That abundance of God is my infinite source. I now open my mind and my heart to give and to receive all God's good, all God's prosperity, all God's abundance. As God is my source, all things are possible, and so it is. And our ushers are going to begin to receive the offering now.
Just wanna praise you forever Love is who I am. Gratitude is my attitude. Abundance is my nature. And well-being is my birthright. Now go have a great day because you